Hi, this is Sherry Veronica. Have you ever heard of two people in the same bed and they have a good evening, a good night, a good weekend, and they wake up in the morning and the first order of that morning is breakfast, breakfast. And then when the guy is about to leave, he may say, "Could you please iron my shirt for me, please?" And the woman dutifully would pull out her iron and the ironing board and iron the shirt, only to know that she ironed his shirt that he wore to his wedding. You've heard stories like that before, haven't you? Well, this lady that's missing, Lenora Worrell, it seems as though she had a situation like that where, her man went off, woke up with her in the morning, and went off and went and got married to someone else, and she followed him wherever he was, and she took care of business. He ended up dead, and she spent years, maybe a decade, in prison in Barbados. The hotel, it wasn't the hotel back then, it was probably Glengarry, but it's still the Hotel St. Philip now. Yeah, so she spent time and she's been out and now she's missing. That same guy that went missing, that he died recently, the Niles guy, he was also in prison for killing a man, and then he ended up dead. And sometimes that lady that went missing from St. Philip, the rumors are spreading around about her having done something. She's gone. She's gone. It's just a matter of them finding her body. Now Lenora Worrell, she killed a man who was happily married, happily, in marriage. He was, on his honeymoon, and now she has gone missing. What's going on in Barbados? Aren't you the people who always talk about forgiving and forgetting? I don't believe in forgiving and forgetting. I'm not a forgive and forget person, so you can't bring that shit to me. But aren't you all those the ones talking about forgiving and forgetting and God this and God that and Jesus this and Jesus that? Aren't you always the one talking about you being a Christian nation? I've heard me and Molly said that so many times. We are a Christian nation. Where? When? So, okay, she has killed a man. Lenora Worrell has killed a man. Now, you're never going to find it on the internet because they didn't do the internet back then, okay? Even though the internet did not exist even for us Americans, we still have stuff that you can go back and find. You can go back 12, 13, 50 years and find it. You can find things. In Barbados, you guys are written out of history because you never utilized whatever you had. Whatever you could have utilized, you didn't, and you're not going to find much. You have to find out the guy's name. I'm sure someone's going to send it to me. Could you send me the guy's name that she didn't? Yeah, whoever, if you can find the guy's name and try to align it with something, maybe you'll find a little smidgen, but you're not going to find anything on her. She could have gone married and had kids and so on. Never ever known that she had killed the man, and whatever else that she has done that never stuck in history, in time. It never stuck anywhere, because that's what Barbados is. You hide things, you're secretive. And even now, that some people will say, well, back then we didn't do this, or back then. Well, you're still not doing it now, because even things that have happened recently, if you go back in like 4 or 5 years to look for it, you don't find it. You don't find it. You will have to make a trip down to the nation and go through the archives. But anyhow, Lenora Worrell, she has killed a man. Lenora Worrell is a murderer. Lenora Worrell is missing. This is Sherry Veronica.